Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, my friends. Yes, there will be another leg up in this bull market for XRP specifically. Now, of course, I firmly believe that's going to be true for the entire crypto asset class. Alt season with the euphoric blow off top, yeah, that's a real thing and that's coming. But for XRP holders, there's additional reasons to be very excited because XRP is worth way more than it was just a few months ago, and this is before we've even seen the profits from Bitcoin roll into it, as happens every single cycle. That's what's exciting. And you can tell that. I mean, you can look at the Bitcoin dominance, and you can look at when Bitcoin holders are heavily distributing. We're not, and you do see that at the end of each cycle. We haven't seen that yet. So we can actually be very confident that is indeed the case. Like, they haven't done it, and XRP ran this high. So a couple of things. I'm actually going to spend most of this video sharing with you perspective from an XRP chart analyst who I really only started following recently within the last couple months or so. But you could tell this guy's got his got a proper head on his shoulders here. And there's a few weeks ago where he made a fairly lengthy post, which I covered in a video, and he was talking about XRP dominance in various ways that things operate in the market. I just found it to be accurate, most certainly, and I think he's insightful. And he's got another post here where he's talking about, among other things, how XRP is going to destroy Ethereum this market cycle, which is great because you know what happened a couple cycles ago. XRP took out Ethereum as number 2 in market cap. If that happens again, especially at these higher levels in terms of market cap, whoa. And by the way, as far as United States dollars go, he's absolutely expecting, as you'll see here, XRP to be hitting at least $10. So plenty to look forward to. We just got to wait a little bit longer here, but I think honestly right now, and has this ever been the case? We're the most content and or happy community in all of crypto. Has that ever been true before? Oh man. And honestly, I think that most of us have been optimistic even throughout the last few years with the SEC nonsense. But wow, I'm telling you, when price does what price does before rockets, there is no shortage of negative sentiment on social media, and that's all gone now. You'll love to see it. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say are right. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so here's a post from chart analyst Stock Money Lizards. He shared this with his 152,800 followers. This is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And he simply wrote, #altcoins. There will be a next leg up. And you can see he cited some specific fib levels. And you can see where the lows were for this cycle and the one before that. And he's noting, if you just calculate that out further, if history is to rhyme with itself, you can see the point that he's making here, from the blue box to the red box, from the blue box to the red box. The best is yet ahead. I think that's right. I think that will prove to be correct. I think history is going to rhyme with itself. Chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto sure as hell thinks that. This is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH, so same chart. And he said, altcoins bounce looming. He is highly confident of that. And same for Ethereum, frankly. So there's this post from him the other day. He said, breakout of this Ethereum 3-year triangle will be massive. A longer consolidation leads to a sustainable rally. And so you can think about what that meant for XRP consolidating literally for almost 7 years. It's pretty wild when it first broke, right? Going from 49 cents before the election, right before the election, to a new all-time high of about $3.40. January 16th is when we hit a new all-time high. And then, actually, no, off the top of my head, now I'm already forgetting. So that was definitely the day. That day I'm going to remember forever, January 16th, 2025. I don't know if we hit technically another one slightly above that day or after that. I'd actually have to go back and check. But either way, to go up to about $3.40 that quickly, yeah, that happened because it consolidated that long. And so here he's saying, fine, this isn't 7 years, but for Ethereum, if it's going to break out even after a few years to this degree, well, yeah, it's because when something consolidates like this for that long, the greater the force with which it bursts. And like anybody that thinks that Ethereum's not going to go, I just respectfully disagree. I don't think that's remotely probable. And that's important because historically Ethereum has led the charge for altcoins. I'd rather just see history kind of rhyming with itself here, which I really do think is the most probable thing here, because there's nothing that's changed fundamentally that should make us think that won't happen. What has changed, if you're going to say that? Here's a post from Steph is Crypto, and he said, "This is how XRP moves. Long periods of nothing, then everything all at once. The clock is ticking." Yeah, that sure as hell is true. Look at this. You can see from November going into December. And just don't be surprised if you see that continuation, like is charted here, showing XRP ultimately getting above $10. But this is normal. So you see a lot of action for a shorter period of time, and then there's just a lot of sideways action, and that's just going to always be true investing in crypto regardless. But it's especially true of XRP. So you either have exposure when the fun stuff happens or you don't, which is why in crypto, I'm very strict with myself. After I buy stuff, I just do nothing. For better or worse, that's my strategy. It's very unsophisticated. I buy stuff and I do nothing. But then I get to have the exposure if something happens, and with XRP, it sure as hell has. So, just because we've been moving sideways for a little bit here, which frankly hasn't even been that long, doesn't mean we're not going to see the best yet ahead. Chart analyst Peppa, he sure as hell believes that too. He said, "Look at this beautiful 2-week." And you can see he's fully anticipating in the short term here. XRP will be rocketing to another new all-time high. He's got his arrow pointing towards 6, but he thinks it's going much higher than that. And you know who else does? It would be chart analyst Malleus. And so this is who I was referencing at the outset of the video. Just started following this guy within the last couple months or so, and it's very clear that he gets it and he understands how things work. And for good reason, he's very optimistic about what's going to be happening for XRP holders here. So the first chart here on your screen, it's an XRP USD chart, and he wrote the following: XRP and Ethereum relationship going forward. Not long ago, I posted about XRP, when it's prudent to take profits, and how high XRP dominance can go. Now I would like to focus on the XRP and Ethereum relationship, i.e. money flow between those two. Let's start with the XRP chart. Structurally, it looks prime for a next leg higher. And folks, see, I'm telling you, the analysts that I follow, they don't dispute this. For XRP and for the broader crypto market, it's coming. They will squabble over what the timeline is most probable to look like, but they're not disputing that it's a virtual certainty this is coming. And so here he's talking about XRP, and again he says, structurally it looks prime for a next leg higher. As higher time frame wise, it's just consolidating before next impulsive move higher. And when he says higher time frame, he's just saying, big picture, that's what it looks like. Yes, another massive burst for XRP, right? And then he wrote, as being said, if we match the impulse of the previous cycle, it should bring us towards $10. However, no guarantee for that. I also think it's prudent not to count on final fifth later in the year, as well as significant gains will be delivered already in the next upcoming wave, especially if you are in this asset for some time now. And so, folks, that's certainly true. I don't know if there's going to be another burst later in the year. Some analysts acknowledge that, okay, it's possible, but most analysts think that whatever happens here over the next couple months, that's probably going to be it for XRP for this cycle. So, you know, whether it's 2-3 months from now, or maybe it'll be even sooner, but whatever happens next, that's where you're going to see the peak. And I won't be surprised if that ends up being correct. So I'll tell you this, I absolutely will be scaling out like a mofo. I've been planning this for a long time, and absolutely. And then if it does go way higher, I will be celebrating and congratulating everybody that sold at higher prices than me. Because of course, I would love to see that for people, but you should never begrudge someone or think about somebody stupid for taking some profit off the table. And in my case, it's going to be so life-changing that there's no way I could stare at what that percentage of my net worth being in XRP after all this time and then not selling it. That would be ridiculous. So I'm going to sell pretty much all of it by the time we get up to $8 if that price presents itself, with the option to, I reserve this right, and I've felt this way for years and years, I may hold back depending on other factors, you know, in another, like, say 10 or 15%. I might do that just in case, you know, just as a moon bag, just in case it goes way higher. But I got to secure the vast majority of my profits if we get anywhere from like $5 to $8. And so you guys got to decide what's best for you. Some of your targets are lower. Some of you will have targets that are higher than me, and it's fine. Whatever you think is right for you. I don't know what's right for you. I'm just telling you what I'm doing for myself here. But I'm not going to count on it going higher. Maybe with like a small percentage of my holdings, but like I said, that'd be it. So anyway, and he says to continue now with Ethereum higher time frame wise, it looks solid, but structurally not as good as XRP, which is one of the reasons why I think XRP may start outperforming before money will rotate into Ethereum. During recent liquidation event and breaking quite relevant, $3,300 support, I've noticed many people that were also bullish on it lost interest and abandoned it. So we are kind of having peak FUD and conviction that Ethereum is cooked, which I don't agree with. Higher time frame wise, charts look good, but may still take some time before it really gets going. XRP dominance is the second reason why. Second reason why I think XRP will outperform the market and Ethereum, with final leg and dominance potentially reaching our major supply zone, where I think, if not before, XRP holders should offload all their remaining XRP. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I'm sticking to my plan. You guys do whatever you think makes sense, but man, like I just said a minute ago, if there's life-changing wealth right in front of me, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not going to screw that up. I'm sticking to my plan, which I've had in place for years and years and years here. So when he says that, like, you guys do whatever you think makes sense for you, but what his thought process behind this, that I respect, that makes logical sense to me. Anyway, and then he says, this goes perfectly in line with XRP/ETH reaching our major supply zone, and potentially even flippening might occur. Yeah, I won't be surprised with that. Which would be peak XRP hype and peak ETH FUD. But from that point onwards, ETH likely going to suck liquidity and go vertical, with XRP/ETH potentially coming down, retesting our major area of demand. Yeah, and so that could happen, and maybe that's true, but either way, I just think by the time this is all done, when we look back, like things that we should reasonably expect could happen would include this. You know, XRP taking out that number 2 spot in terms of market cap, and if Ethereum peaks after XRP, okay, I don't care. The reason it's so exciting is I can easily imagine what the price of XRP would be if this happens. Because even if Ethereum only 2x's its previous all-time high, which was around like $4,800 or something like that, say it gets close to $10,000, well, if XRP matches that, you've got $20 XRP this cycle if that happens. So, yeah, there's lots of reasons to be very optimistic as an XRP holder. But even if XRP can't maintain that number 2 spot, it just happens, it's a blip on the radar, so many people are going to get filthy rich, it's not going to matter. It's just not going to matter. But it's also plausible that XRP could sustain that now. You know, we didn't get to see it. Maybe it would be at number 2 right now, if not for the SEC lawsuit. Who knows? The price of XRP today is, even now, after the price surge, it is still artificially suppressed because, and the reason I say that is because we haven't gone through all the healing that we need to go through after years of the SEC harming us. But the world is healing. Like we'll get there. But that also makes it kind of exciting to think, like, we're already this high and we've still got catch up to play. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool so far as I'm concerned. So anyway, you guys let me know what you think, but I thought that's a pretty reasonable perspective here and just more reason to be ridiculously optimistic for what's going to happen next. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because if anything I say are right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.